Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait till you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major look.
Bomb Squad! Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Another one. It's Thursday. We getting closer to fight date. We sitting around 44. Around 44 days remaining to July 24th. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury 3 on deck in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile. Big event, huge, epic trilogy is on deck. Salute to each and every one of the WCS supporters, man. I appreciate you. If you choose to support the channel, continue to tune in. We got some hot topics. Like I say before and always, I want you to understand one thing. I'm not on here every day. That's not what I jumped on YouTube to do, everyday shit. I was like lacing my boots every day for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Making sacrifices and shit. I thank God for being able to retire at 37. So I've been retired ever since. So it's not that I don't have a passion. I study, but I'm not on here every day kicking out videos. But I do respect the grind. I respect those who do it. And, I just salute you. Continue to do what you do while I'm doing what I do. You feel me? So that's where we're going to be at. You see the thumbnail, right? WBC President Mauricio Suleiman is coming out with the Freedom Belt for this fight that's coming up with Jermall Charlo and Juan Montiel. The Freedom Belt, y'all. Juneteenth. Juneteenth is the emancipation of slavery. And the first thing popped in my head is the way that Charlos has been talking lately, talking about race don't matter. I'm trying to figure out, like, what does this belt matter to them? You know what I'm saying? What does it matter to them all? Did slavery matter for you to fight on Juneteenth? I mean, and say the race don't matter. I mean, you have to take that in consideration. Like, where's the intelligent aspect of your history when it comes to your own people? I'm just trying to figure everything out, because certain things that's understood don't need to be explained. Juneteenth is one of those. Majority of your fight card is Mexican fighters. You have one brother on there, Michael Angeletti. So to you, race might not matter because you're trying to cater to the Mexicans on Juneteenth. I don't know. But I just want to ask you, point blank, did slavery matter, though? Did that matter? Because take away slavery, we might be talking about a whole nother language here when it comes to racism. You can't have that skin. You know what they say, that dirt on our skin? You can't have that shade of skin color and go around here talking about race don't matter there, Charlos. You was born two of a kind. Two black men in society in Texas. And you're gonna sit up here and take the time to say, well, you know, I need to get on the bandwagon and go it, you know, wilder like everybody else. If one twin do it, the other one has to do it too. So I'm asking, who's the leader though? Who's the leader between male and mall, mall and male, male and mall, mall and male? Who's the leader? You think you've gained more black fans by going at Wilder on his return, you know, coming out the arbitration and heading to the trilogy? You think well, let me back up a little bit. Have you not grasped what has transpired, you know, seeing him go through arbitration after such a tough loss, the way the people treated him, what was said in the media? You think as black men, twins in society, you're going to be more accepted by your own kind after going out here with that buffoonery? After coming out here with that buffoonery, you think more black people are going to support you in this sport, or you don't care anymore? You think you're going to be a PPV star by tearing down the U.S. heavyweight champ? Not only did you go at him hard, you want to sit up here and say race don't matter. Knowing damn well, as a black man, you know race matters. It still matters each and every day that you go out here. Which one of y'all was up here complaining about the gym? We wouldn't let y'all go up there and cut weight. Which one of y'all was crying? Huh? Crying only? Which one of y'all was crying only? I just want to know. When y'all on IG, you know, talking that shit, they racist. One of y'all in a store, they wouldn't serve you because you know you want to go spend your money because you know it's crying only. Y'all want to go up there and put your money into somebody else's business, and you say that they was treating y'all, they was profiling, being racist. Like, I'm looking back in your history, just a little bit of your timeline. It just seems like race does matter. But it's choosing right now not to matter to you because it seems like you have an agenda. You have ulterior motives. You have directives that's ahead of you. You have a certain race that you're trying to cater to, hopefully get the big ticket fight. That's what it seems like to me there, Charlos. Crimes only. What about you, Mel? You went up there and you dug in deep, man. You used to lose your damn. I've seen you operate. You used to lose your damn mind and against other black fighters. Hurd, AB, Javante. You have a history of losing your mind on other black men that compete in the same sport as yourself. That's what you do. But yet you're gonna what Maul? You gonna tell ES News yesterday? No, don't try to make enemies now. How all of a sudden he gonna make an enemy? Because y'all give him all the drops. Y'all don't have no problem giving him all the drops. But the brother walk up to you trying to talk to you. I know somebody asked you for a picture. You say, nah, we don't take pictures. And they was black too. But Maul came back around and said, okay, we'll take pictures. And they was females. Mel, you have lost your mind on black fighters forever, bro. You have had so many situations where you go around here like you out of control. You're a ticking time bomb, man. And that's why I always play back, you know, the press conference leading up to your fight with Tony Harrison. He said some dynamic type shit. Let me get to the live chat right quick. King Mitch in the building. Salute to you, Michael in the building. Salute. Attention whores at their best, man. Why when they tried to do Wild or Dirty as well as the WBC did to Haney? Comeback, what up? Big dog in the building. Salute to you. Salute WCS. That damn belt is a disgrace. Yeah, that belt means nothing on Juneteenth when it comes to the Charlo brothers. Nothing. Mauricio could have kept that motherfucker on the conveyor belt in pieces. Don't worry. We're going to forget about the freedom belt because Mar Charlo don't deserve it. We're going to teach the Charlo twins a lesson and go away from tradition to evolution. These twins are cursed. Mel said the dumb shit about race not mattering. Now Maul getting flack for it. No. Mm-mm. Both of them be clowning, but Mel is the one that do it the most. You know what I'm saying? The Black Fist of Power have chains on it. I know. You saw what I saw, Michael? Like, bro, what are you doing, Mauricio? Who is consulting Mauricio Suleiman on creating these belts, bro? You are fighting a Mexican fighter. The entire card is Mexican. Why you have a freedom belt up there? Oh, I get it. Because you believe Jermall Charlo is going to be the one to get the victory so he can hang that shit up in his house. If race don't matter, slavery didn't matter to the Charlos. Slavery don't matter. Slavery don't matter to the Charlos. They over there in Texas, they represent Texas, doing it big, living in a neighborhood or whoever's over there, whatever their neighbors look like. I don't know the percentage of ethnicity over there, but they going around with their big cars and everything. But you know what? You know what, they're Charlo brothers? When it comes down to the rest on the back end of your career, blacks in this day and time, they're going to remember the shit you keep doing over and over again. They're going to remember you're not selling out arenas at a huge capacity. You're not a PPV star. They had to put both of y'all. It wasn't enough that both of y'all was in the womb at the same time, but they had to put both of y'all on the same card. That sparked up a little interest and then fizzled out. They had to put y'all on the same card. Why? If race don't matter, why both of y'all need to be on the same card? Why a Juneteenth card that deals with the emancipation of slavery? Why, people? I'm just curious as to why. Why the Charlos? A Freedom Day, Liberation Day, Emancipation Day, a holiday celebrating the emancipation of those who have been enslaved in the United States. You know, you have some of my people that'll come out here and say they ain't talking about me because I was never enslaved. I had several people, my people, tell me that in time. I ain't talking about me. I don't know nobody that was enslaved. I don't know any of my family members that was enslaved. So if that's the case, you don't find out every day or those times in life where you experience certain racism. How did racism even come about? How did the word nigger come about? How did it come about? It had to derive from the inception of something. So therefore, why are we experiencing what we experiencing coming up on this Juneteenth? A mockery. A mockery. This is a mockery, man. The Mexicans, they roll to the ring with their colors on all the time. The red, white, and green. All the time. And they probably said to themselves, even though, it's some fighters on the card that, I'm interested in seeing fight. But it's the fact that they're fighting on the Juneteenth card. And I'm asking myself, Mar Charlo, you didn't have enough presence within PBC to, stick your chest out a little bit and be a part of the creative process of a fight card, since you are the one who's contending, you couldn't find a black opponent? Oh, that would be a slave fighting another slave, or a black fighting another black. You didn't want to give off that aura to take people back, because on this day is emancipation of slavery. So if two black fighters fought on June 19th, it may send off the wrong message. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it all out, bro. Like, what do you all do for black people, really, when it comes to the media? You want to point the finger and dog out Wilder and go to the extreme and be in the live chat talking about race don't matter and shit like that. Man, what are y'all trying to do? You know what's crazy? What's really, really fucked up is that too many black fighters don't even depend on their own black fans to really support them. Somehow, some way, some of these fighters believe that black fans don't have a presence in boxing. We don't have a huge presence. Our footprint is limited. They don't believe we really fuck with boxing like that, to show up to the big fight. Oh, black fans don't do it. It's mostly the European and the Mexican fans and all the other Asian fans that show up. Blacks really don't show up to a fight. I've heard it. I've heard this shit over and over again, bro. King Miss say these twins are cursed. They are cursed. Suleiman in the WBC is trying with this freedom belt. I just hope it took 1,000 man hours to make, like the Mexican belt they made for Canelo and Blowjob Sanders. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this freedom belt doesn't even come close to what the belt Canelo received. I looked at that belt. I looked at both belts, man, and it's very dense when it comes to the creative process of this belt. Like, it's not really any thought that was put into it wholeheartedly. Like, you always got to put black hands breaking the chains. I mean, it's not any other. You saying, Mauricio, you want to go away from tradition over the evolution. Well, you need to take a look at this motherfucking belt and leave that shit alone. We don't need to be reminded on a WBC belt of black arms breaking through chains. I mean, if you're going to talk about something with Juneteenth, I'm pretty sure it's other pictures you could have placed on your WBC belt to depict Juneteenth. You know, you could have put some different colors on there or something to represent that green, black, and red. You know, you could have did any of that. But to go with the theme, black hands and chains, man, we really tired of seeing that shit every time, reminding. You know what I'm saying? We really tired of that. Haven't seen the freedom belt yet, but that Mexican heritage belt was dope. Exactly there, Mitch. Exactly. Hope the freedom belt is dope. That's the freedom belt that I'm showing you on the thumbnail. That's it. We still got white man last name. I'm pretty sure Charlo is a white man's last name, but the race don't matter. Well, hell, look at my last name. You know, why the black man white and the white people, they last name black? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? You got a nose ring talking about thank you, Mauricio, for making the belt. You see Tank got all black fighters on his card. It's different, man. It's different when it comes to Gervonta Davis and the Charlos. It's different. Alexander in the building, what's good? That's all you see, a big fight. The most famous come out. The belt was built off Google search. No, man. You know, you give Google credit. I mean, yeah, let me take that back. It's a big rudimentary. It is. It can be off Google. They probably got some pictures off Google. Let's Google some slave pictures and put that shit on there and put it out. That's an ugly ass belt, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's an ugly ass belt. That's an ugly ass belt. But check out this classic Tony Harrison roasting Jermall Charlo, just a classic.
I'm just gonna hop straight into this. Like every time I see this man, he pretending. Why did this boy be pretending? Like coming from where I come from, like y'all gotta see this Jermall out of the glasses that out of the butts I got on. Like
What knowledge was Tony kicking to us? Come on, man. What knowledge was Tony kicking to us? Tony was kicking us the real. Tony was telling us the real shit. People just didn't want to tune in. Tony was telling us the real about Jermall Charlo, man. He was telling us the real.
Like y'all gotta see the pretending that this boy has. Like he's the ultimate pretender. Dude, really like convince everybody like he just solid. I'm just the toughest motherfucker in the world. Oh, I just do this. Oh, I knock this out. Oh, I shoot this. I kill that. Man, shut up, please, dog. Please, like he is probably one of the softest I've ever seen in my life. Like literally, like he get up here and bark, he talk, he make excuses. Oh, you know I won this. Oh, you know I won that. Come on, man. Like I beat your ass the first time. I'm here again. I don't know where they getting this. Oh, you scared, you back down. If I was scared, I wouldn't be here right now. I didn't take no fight in between. I didn't listen to me, man. I haven't fought for a year. I didn't call Al Heyman and say, Al, look, I've been off a year. Just can you please just give me something? I said, Al, toss me right back in the smoke. Let me go get this unfinished business. Let me go get this. I don't give a fuck. I get paid regardless, nigga. I don't give a fuck about who come. I get paid regardless, fool. If I can fight you in the bathroom, as long as Al Heyman gonna cut me the check, fight me anywhere. I'm gonna beat him anywhere. I don't give a fuck where it's at. I get paid regardless. I don't care how many. We can fight in this room right now. I'm gonna get paid. What's up? What's up? I'm right here sitting down. It's so am I. You a hoe, nigga. You a hoe. Fuck ass nigga.
So, looking at this is a classic. Heading to their rematch, people. I'm just saying, it's a classic. Why? Because you got a grown ass opponent. You have another black man in front of you that you can talk to, because race don't matter. So you actually have another black man you can talk to that's somewhat akin to what you look like when you look in the mirror there, Jermall Charlo. So Jermall starts to turn to Derrick James, who's not fighting, and start explaining shit to him. That's after Tony Harrison is saying that, man, you're a hoe ass nigga. Like, this is on TV. His dad even had to come up there. Tony Harrison, dad, rest in peace. Salute to you. Prayers, blessings, King. He was up there saying, hey, his dad was like, no, his son, where he at right now. And you see the people just standing up like, damn, we can't have this go off right now. But Tony Harris was saying some real shit. Like, why Jermall Charlo turn to Derrick James and say anything? You have a grown ass man there right beside you that you can converse with. You can converse with a grown ass man. Not only that, you and him both compete on the highest level of professional boxing. And you're going to turn and start talking to Derrick James to get his consign. Co-sign for me. I need help there, Derrick.
Listen to me. Listen to me. When I say it's all theatrics for this pussy, it's all theatrics.
Classic.
It's all theatrics. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. If it was like that the first time, everybody he seen it in my eyes the first press conference. He seen it in my eyes when I was in this shit. Like, boy, what you want to do? He like, oh shit, he crazy. Yeah, I am crazy, motherfucker. You seen it the first time. Yeah, I'm about everything that he think he about. I'm about all that. I want all the smoke. It's all theatrics for him. It's all theatrics, fam. We gonna talk his shit and get 5-6 bodyguards to walk around him and say, look, I'm gonna escort this man because he know he can't fuck with me. I'm gonna walk out by myself, and every time I see him and every time I feel disrespect, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, boy. Shut up. Ain't nobody know you, nigga. Nobody know you.
Look, Tony Harris is just, damn, man, this is one of the best press conferences. He's telling Jermall Charlo to shut up. Like, don't nobody know you, nigga. Like, be quiet. Be quiet. It's just such a classic because I truly believe Tony Harrison, what he's saying about the theatrics of them, Jermall Charlo. I always look at Jermall Charlo as being the more of the calmer heads between the two twins. You know what I'm saying? The more composed, the more mature, so to speak. He always called himself Big Charlo, the little Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to this presser right here, Tony Harrison is talking some real genuine type shit because we've seen Jermall Charlo blow up on multiple black fighters. He's blown up on them, disrespecting them in front of their family. He didn't give a fuck. But them Charlo brothers don't look. Jermall Charlo, Charlo brothers don't want you talking about their personal life. Look, they don't want you saying shit about their personal life. Yo, you're gonna get an enemy. Blue Blood said, Blue Blood had a Charlo come at him, and he's on YouTube. Why are you going at a non-fighter who's media? Why would you threaten a non-fighter on media and tell people not to subscribe? So basically what you're saying is Blue can say some shit. He don't have the right to express his opinion. And then Charlo turn around and say, okay, I'm going to try to take food off his plate. So basically I'm going to tell his subscribers unsubscribe. That's some petty ass hoe ass shit right there. You're going to tell his subscriber to unsubscribe to him and take food off his table when them same subscribers probably aren't supporting you because they listen to him. If he's cool with you, he's cool with you. If he ain't, he ain't. So therefore the message, whatever he said to piss you off, the subscribers are going to more so listen to him than listen to you because they can't connect with you. They're Charlo. They can't connect with you. That's period. That's real life facts. They cannot connect. L-Dub in the building. What's good? We here. What's good? That's the whole point of it. Let me finish up this presser right quick. And appreciate let me know about my audio, man.
Nobody know you, boy. You parade yourself. You parade yourself around this motherfucker like somebody gonna do something to you. Yeah, cause you a hoe. Cause you, ain't nobody. Shit, hire some more motherfuckers. Shit, ain't nobody gonna do. Yeah, you right. You right, boy. I ain't went nowhere, and I ain't worried about nobody you got with you, nigga. Stop it, pussy. Stop, pussy. Stop, I ain't no cool. I ain't no cool. Ain't no respect for you. Ain't no cool for you, boy. Now, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next, boy? What's next? What's next, pussy? It's no respect, man. And I'm gonna keep disrespecting, boy. I'm gonna keep every time.
His dad had to get up again. He tapped his dad in the chest.
I'm gonna show him each and every time, man. You got the right one to play with. This ain't Jorge Cota. This ain't Jorge Cota. Or Jorge Cota going to start speaking Spanish when you start talking. They be like, "Oh, no." That's somebody from Detroit, dog. Yeah, whatever you want to do, we can do at any given moment. Cause you can be with 100 of them. You can be with 100 of them. Bleed, blood, whatever you want to do on power. You can be with all of them. It ain't gonna stop nothing. It don't start on nothing shape, bro. All the money in the world don't make you a real motherfucker. You's a hoe. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I know a bunch of millionaire hoe ass motherfuckers. You one of them.
That's the realest shit that he said. He said, I know a bunch of millionaire motherfuckers. That's hoes. And he said, you one of them.
You's a hoe. But you faked the injury. Man, December 21st.
Fake the injury though. Talk about the mics. Y'all ask him about that motherfucking pussy. All right, I'm gonna ask a few questions to.
I just wanted to touch bases on the first half of that presser, man, because I'm not saying everything Tony Harrison was right, because I never really hung around Charlos like that, and they just not my type of dudes to hang around. Period. And you can tell a lot from the outside on individuals that's on the level they at. All you have to do is look around their circle and see how many actual black people that look like them that you see them kicking it with. It's been a narrative for quite some time now. When blacks get to a certain point, you see their circle is a lot lighter, you know what I'm saying, than what they grew up with. I'm not saying that's everybody, but the tone, the skin tone of their circle is a lot lighter because they feel like they can trust individuals like that more than they can trust their own people, because the notion is their own people will attempt to leech off them and take from them and steal from them because they themselves haven't made it to that point of success. So they lighten up the tone and insert more other skin tones around their circle, whether it's brown, white, whatever. It's okay to have, the fruit, to put the fruits of your labor out there. But, when a brother speaks on it, you can't go running up on someone. And I don't know Blue like that. I just know, I remember that time. I remember the time where he was upset off something with Blue saying, right? And Blue been on YouTube longer than I have, right? But I look at it to a point where Blue blood doesn't even affect any paycheck that you have going, that you're being paid in your account to feed your family. Nothing. He has no effect on that. What he does have an effect on is the audience that tunes in to listen to what the fuck he's saying. So if you coming over here off something he said about you and you feel some type of way, you think you're going to have influence on the listeners that he have each and every day just because you came over here crying? You're going to tell his people to unsubscribe just so you can say, oh, I showed him. You're not fucking with the channel. I can see if you came over here and you was on the channel like Bill Haney is. Let's just say you was on these channels like Bill Haney was all the time. That's different. I can see if you was frequent channel like that. Because he's on here all the time. I don't think there's nobody else around on that level that frequents these channels like he does. But Charlo, that's not you. So I really don't know why you would take it upon yourself to do that. I ain't gonna lie, that was some cool ass shit. You're gonna come out another black man. It's not even affecting your daily living and your paycheck and how you make your fucking money. You are a combat sport competitor. You're a professional boxer, and you come on here to a non-boxer and you making such a big fucking deal. But yet race don't matter. I see. Because y'all Charlo brothers have went ham on your own people for quite some time now. The shit y'all say out your mouth, man, y'all really are impulsive individuals. You're going to say Deontay got his ass whooped, and then we'll turn around and say, okay, Tony Harrison whoop your ass, Mel Charlo. Now what? You didn't win. You was the one that I was saying, you look back on my lives. I said, God damn, Charlo, keep the same energy, bro. Like, don't be shedding tears, man. Hell no. You didn't lose a puppy. It wasn't like you had this puppy you paid like $3,500 for, and you weren't paying attention. He ran out into the street in your rich neighborhood, and somebody was speeding up the street like you do and ran over that motherfucker. It's not like you lost the puppy. You lost the fight. And you shedded tears. Y'all black fighters, stop coming at these motherfucking black media. Because y'all showing us, nah, Juneteenth don't mean shit. Because when it comes to black on black, we definitely gonna hold our own people to a different accountability. But when something out here happening with anybody else, and it's a white to black, they sit up here and talk, oh, that was fucked up. Oh man, damn, I would have did this, I would have did that. But let it be a black on black with somebody's man, don't worry about it. He gonna get his. He gonna get his, man. We're gonna make sure that he gonna get his. We own that nigga today, tomorrow, yesterday. We own his ass. Yeah. They be steadily trying to check black media in person too when they see it. Y'all have to stop that shit. You having a fight card on Juneteenth, homie. Most of the fights that's on there are Mexican fighters, and you don't feel some type of way about that shit, bro. Jermall Charlo, you don't feel some type of way about that? You and Angeletti. The rest are Mexican fighters. You don't feel some type of way about that. I checked out every one of them motherfuckers' profile. I'm not saying I don't like them. But I'm just trying to see, you didn't have any influence. You couldn't walk up there as long as you've been boxing. You know, you're a 2-division champion. You couldn't go up there and say, this is my suggestion. This is my list of individuals. You don't know how to damn type up some shit and say, okay, let's talk about, you know, having all black fighters on this card. Because now it gets interesting, people. If he has all black fighters, then he has to go to the media and answer on Juneteenth why it's all black fighters. Then he has to go back in history and explain what the day actually means, what the holiday represents, what the value is. I don't think Charlo want to do that. Neither one of them. You can't say Gervonta, who he has on his card, and say, oh, it's not on Juneteenth, though. You having a fight. That's why we don't have any representation. Deontay Wilder dressed in African garb, and American blacks get mad. Like, we do not walk around in African garb like this. Be honest with ourselves. We don't do it. But I'm saying to myself, being from the South, I say, shit, I'm starting to rock the damn red, black, and green, goddammit. Because it's good Latino fighters can rock their colors. They do it. And don't nobody say shit because they used to seeing it. They used to seeing that shit. But now, we don't have any representation. It just goes to show you on every black holiday, if it has something to do with somebody that's in the black spot, you might see a black person up here saying, no, I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. You know, I like to have all black fighters on the card, but no, I'm gonna cater to the Mexicans because that's where I want to go on the back end of my career. I want to fight Latino fight. I want to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's just give me a pede, a pede. Charlo want the pede. Give him one a pede. Charlo want a pede. Payday. They want that payday, shawty. And Charlo brothers want that payday. I'm sure Tank versus Leo was all Latinos and Tank. No, they had Ryan Carl on there. They had Regis Progress on that card. I was there. Willie Lowe in the building. What's good? Salute to you, Willie. Drive safe out there, brother. Shouts to Bill Haney for being accessible to the boxing media and hoes on YouTube. Absolutely. I could see if Charlo was Bill Haney. I could see that because he's on here all the time. I could see if you had that type of repetitive presence on YouTube to whoever you choose to, whoever channel you on. I could see if he said, man, I put all this motherfucking time in your channel, Blue, and you're going to say what you said. That's not the case. That's not the case. That it don't even come close to that. But the fact that Juneteenth is coming up and that incident is the way it is, where these individuals are getting paid. And really, Blue couldn't walk up to anybody at PBC and say, pay him less money. He don't deserve what he getting. Pay him less money. Oh, because he came, he said some shit about me. It's not going to happen. But instead of you addressing the black man behind the scene, we always talking about black this, black that. But yet we got motherfuckers talking about bitch ass nigga this, bitch ass nigga that. It's too much contradiction that's going on and hypocrisy that's going on, period. That the end result is my thumbnail. The end result is a garbage ass WBC belt and two individuals that's made recent comments that don't make a damn lick of sense to anyone with any type of intelligence of their black history. It makes absolutely zero. Our holidays are a joke. People make them a joke. You can't reference them to anything. I'm not saying worldwide, right? But I'm saying in general for what you're able to see. Our holidays are a joke. Leave alone February has the shortest month of the year. We already know that joke. But when Deontay Wilder lost in February, they say, oh, he lost on Black History Month. Oh, that was so hilarious. Oh, my God. That's so hilarious. He lost on Black. He couldn't even win on Black History Month. Wilder showed his heritage, and the media said the African-American man who fought for the USA in the 2008 Olympic and the only American male boxer that took home a medal was wrong. You know, we listen to Larry Merchant talk his shit too. We listen to people speak in such a banality, like when they speak upon you, their narrative don't have any strength to it. You know what I'm saying? They speak of you as if you're a basic individual in life. And if you really attune to the words that they're speaking about, you'll know how to identify the basic simplicity of what they're talking about. It's just like seeing a new car and the car looks nice. And you said, man, that's a beautiful car. I like what I'm looking at. Instead of saying, wow, that look nice. That's okay. That look good right there. That look good. Blacks don't need permission to speak up. It's just when the voice has a platform like Wilder and he has the influence that he does, believe it or not, Deontay Wilder has an incredible influence. He's being able to, to wear the African garb and do something he haven't been able to do before. People sit up here and criticize it. He ain't African. That's just the whole point. That's it. We never said we was African. But our ancestry says we attached to that, like many others are. So we have the right to speak on it. We have the right to wear it, but that's not what we do. Our culture, we don't wear the African garb like that. But it wasn't nothing wrong with it. But to hear Black people speak on it as if he was disgracing Africans. Like the man didn't have the right to wear what he was wearing. We continue to make a fool of ourselves. This Juneteenth card is no different. This Juneteenth card is no different. You're going to be competing with so many other cards that's going on. You know what I'm saying? You have Triller that's over there with Teofimo Lopez. You're gonna have to compete with him on that night. You can't go up there. I'm a bigger name. Well, not, hey. One thing about Teo, he can cater to the Blacks, he can cater to the Latinos, he can cater to the Hondurans, he can cater to the whites. That's pretty much what he's doing. But the Charlo brothers, I don't know who you're attempting to cater to now. Are you just trying to sell yourself out and say, it's all Mexican Latinos from here on out that I'm catering to? That's it. We want to know the plan like you, Shouty. Tell us the plan so we'll know as Black fans how to treat you, how to support you. Let us know what your plan is. If your plan is to come at Deontay Wilder as long as he's in the sport, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit ain't gonna work out for you. It's too many voices on here in this media shit that are black that support Deontay Wilder. And believe me, they're gonna look at what he's been able to accomplish in boxing, vice what the Charlos have been able to accomplish. I'm gonna tell you something else, Jermall Charlo. You better hope you go in there and win against Brian Castano, because I don't want you up here hashtag crying lions only. If Brian Castano come in there and give you that work like we just seen against Luis Arias and Jared Hurd, don't go in there and get caught slipping, shawty. Don't do it. They're gonna be on your motherfucking shoulders, jumping up and down. You better go in there and get it in and get those titles. I'm not wishing bad on you at all. Go in there and get your undisputed. You and I aren't the same. You always come talking this money shit. But you have to continue to go to work, shawty. That's the one thing that you have to continue to show up to work. You can't retire right now. You can't. So when you come throwing all that money, live your lifestyle. Do what you have to do. But don't sit up here and point the finger and degrade other blacks just because you're trying to find a new direction in your boxing career. That's some sellout ass bullshit that you got going on. A lot of people will call that coning. And that's not even a word I use all the time, man, at all. But you call it for what it is. You want to get up here and say some dumbass shit talking about race don't matter. And you fighting for a freedom belt. Nigga, if race don't matter, what the fuck you think emancipation was when that shit happened? You think the slaves just stood around and say, no, lock me back up, beat me, kill me, rape our women? Race don't matter either then, goddammit. Race don't matter. Freedom don't matter. Slavery don't matter. None of that shit matters to the Charlos because they haven't experienced it. Sometimes you get people who are part of affluency. They have money. They're able to get nice things. And they will sit up there and tell you, hey, I'm just going to be honest with you. In my lifetime, the way I've grown up, I haven't experienced this word that they use, this word called racism. I haven't experienced that. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of people that come up to me and talk to me, they're nice, they're polite. I really enjoy their company. They show me the utmost respect. They would sit up there and tell you some shit like that. I haven't experienced racism where I'm at in life right now. Like, I've had people treat me very, very nice. And then the black people, some of my people, the black people they do fuck with is black people that's only making money like them. Because the ones that aren't in the pay grade of a Charlos, they were probably saying, I don't trust that nigga. He trying to get something off of me. He trying to ask me for money. He wants something. That's why you always hear brothers say, man, you can't bring everybody, man. You got to leave. You got to separate. You hear these quotes on, you read these quotes on Facebook, man, you got to leave them niggas behind like that. You got to give them the Heisman, man. You got to separate them motherfuckers. And for some of them, you do. You have to separate some of the friends because they aren't good for you. They aren't healthy. But once again, for Deontay Wilder, he has a lot of day one cats rolling in his circle. People hate that shit. Like, they hate the fact that he has the amount of blacks in his circle. I think the Charlo brothers hate that because if that was them, they wouldn't feel safe having brothers in a circle like that he called day one cats. They wouldn't feel safe with a Tay Jones, Malik Scott, Coach Cuz. They wouldn't feel, the Charlos wouldn't feel comfortable with that. They'd probably be like, man, Y'all need to get in here and clean this up, man. No, man, fuck that, man. Don't be trying to take advantage of my kindness, man. I'm the one stepping in the ring, not y'all. But I understand. I've been working for you like 14 years now. Why is this even a conversation? I'm just saying, man, sometimes you hang around people for the longest time, they get complacent. They feel like you owe them something. Only to lines only, that is, they don't care. It's not working now. I was in okay with Louise Arias. Okay. Louise Arias put the work in on her, and I like her too, man. But I had to get Arias his just due, his props, man. He went in there and fought that night. The only fight I'm paying for is on July 24th. I'll see how the rest of the year look. And see, I look at it like this, Michael. I attempt and try to support these fighters accordingly. So some of these PPVs I pay for, outside of Sunday where Showtime was messing up, and I'm still waiting on my refund from them, but that shit was messing up when I purchased the first time. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the Charlos. You look at my thumbnail, it is what it is. To the right, you have all the Mexican fighters that's going to be on the card. And then to the left, you have Jermall Charlo and Michael Angeletti. And my question is, does slavery matter too? If race don't matter, where did this racism come from? If race don't matter, where did racism derive? How can we basically go back to the inception of it? And why is it still affecting us to this day if race don't matter? Oh, I get it. Because the Charlos probably looked at the riots that was going on during the pandemic, and they saw blacks, whites, Mexicans. They saw, black, white, brown out there looting and breaking into shit. So they say, hey, it don't matter. They all working together to be destructive and commit crimes. Things have changed during this pandemic. The protests even look different. You have blacks, whites, Hispanic, everybody, Latino, everybody's out there. I think that confused them a little bit. Seriously, I seriously think it did, man. Them boys need to get some help. Some don't like the struggle, so they don't know the struggle. I agree with that. The way the Charlos act, they got to know what the struggle's like. They have to. They have to know what the struggle's like. At the end of the day, they don't give new media no respect. They don't, man. They're pretty disrespectful unless it's ES News, and I don't have nothing against ES News. Shout out to them. But look, I look at it like this. At my age and what I did in life, I shouldn't have to go up here and plea. If I have a body of work, I'm not paying for my subscribers. I'm not paying for views. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not. That's why you see what you see. The people who tune into my channel is the people who tune in. But I don't attempt to give the perception like I'm trying to draw in more people by paying for views so you can look on here and I'm sitting at 80, 100, 200, whatever. What? Why? But we do have an influence when it comes to the media game, believe it or not. More and more, you have old media tuning in to new media, and they're basically picking certain things out that they want to put in the articles. I read that article yesterday from Damian Poole, Boxing News 24, and it was one of the most reprehensible, deficient, poorly written articles that I've read in a long time when it comes to the Deontay Wilder hate parade. He has so many misspellings in there, didn't do his homework. He said that Tyson Fury defeated Deontay Wilder in 2019. That must have been a hell of a fight. Because who was there? I'm just saying, who was the one that was there in 2019? I could have sworn the fight where he earned the stoppage was in 2020. I could have sworn it was in 2020. It was last February. I could have sworn that was the case. But anyway. Yeah, Ellie's cool, man. I don't have no problem with Ellie. Don't get it twisted. I have no problem with Ellie. He do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But I will put this out here about fighters that may hear this. If I'm a grown ass man over 50, period. I don't have to be over 50, but the way I present myself, you shouldn't sit up here and especially black fighters and you look at us like garbage. You really don't give us that open-ended. And this don't have nothing to do with Deontay, because that's not the case with him. But I've had situations with other black fighters that seem like we supposed to pay a fee to get an interview in that motherfucker. Like, we don't get that same smile. Fake a smile or something. Let me know you happy for me to be covering you. And then there's some fighters, man, that'll show you mad love. They appreciate what you're doing. I don't get that from the Charlo brothers, because race don't matter, slavery don't matter, and obviously freedom don't matter. Because in your freedom there, Charlos, I know you have experienced racism. To take that belt from Mauricio Suleiman basically goes against everything you've been talking. Race don't matter, right? So where did it come from? If you got two black arms on a belt, Canelo belt didn't. Why? Look, did Canelo belt represent the struggle? You could have had some input, Shawty. You could have asked Mauricio, okay, you plan on providing me a belt. Can I take a look at it? That shit looks so cliche, bro. That belt looked like shit we was doing in Black History Month. Oh, we got Black History projects coming up. Okay, children, right after snack time, we're going to start working on them. That WBC belt looks just like something I did in elementary. Scotty, you're up next. Let's see what you put together for Black History Month. Let's show it. You're a future leader of America. Let's show us what you know about your history. I just know that belt that Canelo had, that shit was pretty. That shit didn't have two black arms or two brown arms with chains hanging off. That's a slavery belt right there. And I don't give a damn if Juneteenth is about the emancipation of slavery. We don't have to be reminded. That is a belt that should go in the trash. We don't have to be reminded in 2021 on a WBC belt. Well, hell, look, if you have all Mexicans mostly on your card, your belt should have looked like Canelo's, goddammit. Somebody call Mauricio up and say, Mauricio, is there any way you can change that? Just go back in there, take the arms off that. Let's try to go with the blueprint, the little format that you gave Canelo belt. Let's try to go off that. Give us something that looks beautiful that we can just put up in the living room. Don't nobody want to have that shit up in the living room with black fists in chain and enslaved, suffering. We already know what we went through. But stop downplaying the holidays. You're really downplaying these holidays, especially if you're a black man and you have majority of Mexican fighters in your card. What is this saying exactly? We don't need to celebrate our holidays. More and more people should laugh at us because we really don't have no direction. Some of us, when it comes to our holidays, people just want, oh man, I ain't celebrating that shit. Fuck that. I ain't celebrating that bullshit. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I get tired of that, man. We done came too far, man. Look at us. Look at us, Maul. Maul, look at us, bro. Look what we got out in the driveway, bro. Look what we live, bro. We did it. We don't have to have no party for no Black History Month or no June 10th, man. Come on, man. They ain't working hard like us. We're millionaires. They ain't working hard like us. Don't come on my channel. I got too much time there, Charlos. Don't come over here. I wouldn't even have you on my channel. I'm not about to argue. You could tell people to unsubscribe to me all day long, man. I'm gonna laugh at your ass. I say, okay, I hope they do. Go ahead. Because anybody that tune into this channel who allow you to influence them to unsubscribe to me, they weren't really here for the channel anyway. Because we know the Charlos don't frequent. You don't come over here and fuck with us, new media. I know I haven't seen you over here like that. I appreciate the fighters who do frequent over here to the new media. I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate how Wilder gave the interview to 78 Sports TV and spoke to the same channel. Kept it clear and concise, straight to the point. What he said on 78 interviews, the same thing he said to PBC. He kept that shit clear. When it came to Mark Breland, boom, said it. Charlo brothers don't have those type of problems. I would say they have black trainers though. Kudos. They have black trainers though. Kudos. I guess you can have one in the house. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can have one in the house to help you get ready for what you got to do. Let me tell you something about Derrick James while I'm on it. Real talk. This is no cap about Derrick James. This is no cap, bro. I'm dressed in a blazer, slacks, shoes. This is absolute 100% truth about Derrick James. My interaction with him. I never met the dude in my life. When I seen him in Texas, I politely went up and say, "Hey, how you doing? How you?" Man, I ain't want no interview, man. I'm watching the fight. I had credentials on, but he came at me, and I never even met the man in my life. I didn't get time. I had credentials on. He didn't know I had a camera in my hand. I didn't have the camera rolling. Even though it's protocol, you get a different reaction when you walk up to people with your camera rolling already. Because to them, they got to change that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to give them too much of immediate reaction where the video go viral. So I had my camera, just had it in my hand or whatever. Say, how you doing, Derrick? And that man said, oh, hey, fuck off. I said, you an asshole. That's on everything. That's the only reaction. I say, you an asshole, bro. I never met you in my life. How would you come off on another brother like that? So don't get on here talking this brother shit when you know damn well, I was courteous. I spoke because you were standing up there by yourself, and I spoke to you, and it could have been many of things. I don't know, but none of his fighters was in the ring. Spence was in the audience too. He wasn't in the ring. None of his fighters was in there fighting, and he gonna tell me I'm watching the fight. I said, did you get me confused with somebody, Radio Raheem or something? Because that's happened before. Like, did you get me confused with somebody that's pissed you off? Like, nigga, please. Here's my take that the belt is insulting. They wouldn't make a Holocaust belt with gas chambers on it. Nope, they wouldn't, man. They wouldn't. But, we've seen enough chains and black arms. We've seen enough balled up fists with chains and blood. We've seen all that shit. We've seen it over and over again. It's time to talk about where we at right now and still reflect on what we support We still support where we came from as black people. We still support our history. But to enslave others who may not have a clue of what this all means is showing them belts like that. Like from a distance, somebody might look at that and say, oh man, that's empowerment. They have 2 black fists, 2 black arms. That's empowerment right there. I like that. That's black empowerment. It's not. That shit don't even come close to Canelo's belt. It don't even come close. It's nowhere close. You know, did and don't accept that WBC belt. Now the Charlo's gonna accept it. Because, you know, just because you have money don't mean you're a leader. You have individuals with money that believe it's better for them to remain silent. You know what I'm saying? Tend to open their mouth and be thought of as a fool. I'm not saying he'll be a fool for speaking up, but in some cases, people look at speaking up for racism and speaking up for black history in general. It makes them look a certain way to the people that they're trying to impress. You're trying to get the big fights. If Canelo is the person that now you know you want to show up to his ranch and ride some of his horses and get in good with him and kiss his ass to get a fight at super middleweight, then okay, do it. I'm not saying you make so many excuses. You mentioned Gennady on the PBC podcast. You mentioned Demetrius Andrade, all of them. We haven't heard shit. We haven't heard nothing about them fights coming close to fruition. What about David Benavidez? Y'all up here chasing Latino fighters. That's why you're going to continue to have Teofimo talk shit and feel good about what he's been able to accomplish. That's why Lomachenko just said recently that Teofimo is the undisputed titleist because he won the WBC belt. He said the belt that Devin Haney has is a political belt. So he's downplaying the belt. But my point is, when it comes down to fighters like Teofimo Lopez, and then you have, you know, Canelo Alvarez, who has his undisputed fight that's coming up with Caleb Plant in September. You know, you have fighters that are chasing these individuals. No, it's time for you to lead. And the only way you're going to lead in the sport of boxing is take chances the right way. Shakur Stevenson is letting it be known. You know, the fighters like Joshua Greer took chances. Just because you get a couple of losses don't mean anything. You still fight on. Look at these divisions and see how many black fighters you see that's really running the division. And see if you're still mad at what Gervonta is doing. Let me know. Just because he ain't trying to unify no division doesn't mean he ain't moving to the top. You're going to start appreciating what the Terrence Crawford is doing. 3-division champion. You're going to start appreciating that shit. Jermall Charlo has been at 160 forever and a day. What has he etched in that division for people to remember us, boxing fans to remember him? What has he done? What has he done, y'all? What has he done? How long is Jermall Charlo going to stay in them super welterweight division? Is Errol Spence and Jermall Charlo? Oh no, my fault. 2 black men can't fight and break bread together and make money, right? You got to allow a Mexican fighter to come over there and break bread with a black fighter. I get it. Being that 2 black men can make millions together, but just not right now. Because Errol Spence and Jermall Charlo can make millions together if they only set it up the right way and fought each other and allow Errol Spence to come fight for the freaking unified titles if he get past Brian Castano. But I don't think Jermall Charlo intelligently understand what type of monetary plan that can benefit him from. You know, he don't understand the overall value of that decision. He can make millions. 2 fights with Errol Spence for Jermall Charlo, millions. and also part of his history. And after that, he can just move on to 60. Somebody said it best. I forgot who said it. I'm trying. It's on the tip of my tongue. But they said Mel Charlo can move up to 60 while Maul is still there, and it's not going to affect anything. Just like when they was at 54, both of them can be in the same division after he finished doing his work at super welterweight and move up to damn middleweight while Maul Charlo is still there. Mel can move up, fight Andrade if Andrade, whatever. If your brother ain't willing to fight him, try to get a fight with Murata, something. Go up there and do something, because your brother's been moonlighting up there for a minute, and he ain't came close to unifying no damn division. He want to come off a fight and say, Canelo, if you want to fight me, come down to 60. Payday. You want payday? I know. You want payday. Canelo is not going back down to 160. He vacated his WBA title. Man, come on. That's what I'm talking about. You're not leader, shawty. What the fuck are you talking about? Canelo is not moving back down to 160 to oblige you. It's not happening. Look at the divisions and see how many black fighters you see running these divisions. Y'all gonna appreciate the Deontay Wilders, that was running the motherfucking game at heavyweight for over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Welterweight divisions. People pay attention to it because why? You have Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford holding on. But that's not the case. When you look up there and see Charlo brothers at 54 and 60, and you're like, okay, why they not a fan favorite? They're about to go away and do their other shit soon enough. We don't, he has this fight with Brian Castano, and goddamn it, Jermall Charlo is fighting Montiel. I mean, a lot of people, he's ranked 4th in the WBC, but a lot of people saying themselves, scratching their head, like, is this a fight I really want to see? Like, or do I want to go there and tune in to Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos? I truly believe they're going to go over there to Teofimo because he's buzzing right now. Teofimo Lopez is buzzing right now. He's buzzing more than Jermall Charlo. BFTV put it best. If the Charlo brothers wanted to, they can run at least 3 divisions. What their potential is and what their actions are separates them from that statement. Are they willing to run 3 divisions and own that shit? Are they willing to put their minds together? I provided the scenario plenty of times on how these black fighters can make money together. But it seems like it's a norm here in boxing. That's why I think, holy Jesus, I have studied MMA as I have. Because my vested interest isn't solely on boxing, but also in other combat sports. That's why my mindset is different. I don't focus on just boxing and the disappointment. I focus on collective neighboring combat sports too. It's fun. If the Charlo brothers was attempting to run multiple divisions, are they motivated to do so? Can they work together as a unit to make the bag? Or they just want to say, nah, I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm doing. I'm good. I ain't trying to do all that. Y'all heard me say it so many times over before anybody mentioned it about damn Errol Spence facing Jermall Charlo at 54 when he get the belts. Being that Errol Spence is a single division champion, and we don't even know if he's going to face Crawford. How grand would it be for him to move up to 54 and fight Jermall Charlo? He already has a loss. So go up there and fight Jermall Charlo for another heavy bag, man. Get that bag, that monetary bag. Get it again. Because right now, when you look at certain fighters, they are what they are. It's up to them on whether they want to be leaders enough to say, you know what, let's do this in this division, let's do that. I don't know what three divisions is it there, Michael? What three divisions is it? Because it gets a little fuzzy when you get to 68 now. It gets a little fuzzy because we got some pretty decent names up there that I think is going to be there for a minute. But if Canelo unifies the 68 division and moves up to 175, I don't know what division he's going to stay there for 2022, you know, for several months. If it's 68, then it wouldn't be beneficial for them to move up to 68 because, you know, Canelo will have all the belts unless they're going to go up there on their knees and be pleading, payday, payday, payday. I'm here, Canelo, payday, payday. If they're going to be singing that payday song, it's not going to be worth it. I'm like, who are they going to fight for a strap? Because they already champions at 54. Maul champion at 60. So pretty much when you get to 60, even for Jermall Charlo, it's some damn good competition up there. And he will be ranked up there with the best of them. But the third division is what's a little shaky. It's a little gray right now. 68. What is Canelo going to do up there? You know what I'm saying? What are some of the other big hitters going to be? You know, Caleb Plant. He's still a heavy hitter in the game. Billy Joe Saunders talking about he might retire. And you still got a heavy hitter that might be at 68 for a good minute or not. And that's David Benavidez. He's been two-time world champion at 68 already. So, hey, I'm just telling you. $68. Okay, yeah. So 68 is a cap. Yeah, they have enough time to the point where I think, and we can all agree on that Canelo's gonna abort mission if he gets all the belt, maybe defend him once, get a big payday, and move on. And then yeah, the Charlo brothers can absolutely go up there if they understand who's up there. Like once again, Benavidez has been having a problem making weight, this, that, and the other. We don't know how long he's gonna be at 68. It all depends. But the Charlo's not fighting in the same division. Look how it doesn't make sense. Because Maul moved up to 60 and he hasn't done anything with the division. Nothing. So like that person said, yeah, Mail could move up the middleweight and it's not even a conflict of interest. Win a belt, get a strap, boom. Move up to 68. Get some money, get straps. 3 division champions, both Charlo brothers, 3 division champions. Real talk. And that's the mindset Errol Spence is going to have too. Errol Spence is going to have to understand just because you are in the same footprint as the Charlo brothers doesn't mean you have to tiptoe through your boxing career so it won't be a conflict of interest. We don't want to hear that no more. You're getting old just like the Charlo brothers are. So if you want to go from 47 to 54 and 60, get that. It don't matter if Charlo in that division or not. You move up to 54 and get that strap. Once Charlo leave or whatever, you feel that you want to pick up a secondary strap or something at 60, do it. Y'all have to have that Gervonta Davis mindset. Go get a motherfucking strap just so you can add a division to your resume, man. Stop saying, I got to have the tradition. I got to have all the super titles, man. None of that franchise shit. Well, guess what? Guess what? From 47 on up to 68, that's smooth running right there. You don't have to worry about no franchise, nothing. Go ahead. Go at it. From 47 all the way up to 68. From Errol Spence all the way up to Jermall Charlo. Go do what you want to do. I see Benavidez moving up. He looks like a Spanish Fury. He does, man. Always a big kid. But I say this, Andy Ruiz seems like he's dropped weight. He's trying to, stay around a certain marker or a certain personal best when it comes to the scales. So with Benavidez, man, we have to see if he stays focused, man. And it's not other, interior distractions that he has behind closed doors that cause him to balloon up in weight. EJ fighting anybody. Well, EJ is fighting the names that's accessible to him at 47. And we have to also take in consideration about Errol Spence is his age. We have to take in consideration of his age, people. He's 27-0. You know what I'm saying? But we have to take in consider Errol Spence's age, man. He's 31 years old. Do y'all know Errol Spence is 31 years old? You just can't keep on hanging around like these divisions are going to be there at your disposal, and it's not going to be other boxers there to compete against you. Hey, he's 31 years old, man. So let's get cooking. You're really 9-0 in the welterweight division. You wasn't campaigning at welterweight since the inception of your professional career. So you've been fluctuating between that and super welterweight, and you finally settled down. Now you have Manny Pacquiao coming up. Kudos to Errol Spence. I see Errol Spence going in here and giving Manny Pacquiao the business. VADA testing in place too. Yeah, I see him giving Manny Pacquiao the business. Real talk. People always get mad when I say VADA testing when it comes to Manny. Yes. Volunteer, Manny, and get tested. No. I'm not talking about the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm talking about get that urine tested before heading another Spence. Oh, you trying to take away my payday? You trying to take away my payday with Errol by talking about testing? Go get that test there, Manny. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, let's talk a little bit about Lomachenko. Vasil Lomachenko, picked up his second loss when it comes down to Teofimo Lopez. But let's never miss out on him defeating Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC belt. Also letting it go to become franchise champion. So with Teofimo Lopez scooping up all of those belts to include the one he already had in his possession, the IBF title, why wouldn't he be considered undisputed? We have to be smart about this. He beat the man who had the belts. All the belts that Teofimo was fighting for, Vasil Lomachenko already had. Teo had the IBF and Vasil had all the rest of them, including the goddamn franchise belt. So he defeated Vasil Lomachenko, and there's talk of who's undisputed, who isn't. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the man is undisputed at lightweight division. Now he defeats George Kambosos and Devin Haney's neck. Cool. I'm all about that fight. Let's get it over. I don't want to hear no motherfucking excuses. I don't want to hear shit. Get the fight underway, sign the papers, let the ink dry, and let's get it. Because I told you it was going to be a franchise belt before 2021 was over with. I told you that. And what happened? Juan Estrada. They fucked over Rung Fasai, and they gave Juan Estrada a franchise belt so he wouldn't face Rung Fasai, and then he could turn around and face Chocolatito one more time. And believe me, it's going to be another franchise belt before 2021 is over with. Watch what I tell you. Mauricio Suleiman is meticulously buying his time to present the franchise belt to the right person. That's all he's doing. But y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And, hold them Charlo brothers accountable, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold them accountable. Charlos, don't come over here threatening new media. Don't come over here trying to take food off people's plate. Even though it happened a while ago, it was still some whole ass shit. For real. For you to say and unsubscribe to his channel when you have no influence, I mean, that's bullshit. You don't even show us no love over here in new media. So what you should understand that your words mean something to those who may tune in and listen to your bullshit. Race don't matter, going at the champ, trying to go against everything as if, this is the turning point for the Charlos to support the Latino fan base so he can get some big name fights. I don't know what's going on with y'all, man. Where's your mindset? You're acting dysfunctional right now. But you're being dysfunctional by pointing the finger at another black man that has a higher platform and a bigger name than the Charlos. The Charlos ain't bigger than Wilder. That's why you calling them out. That's why you taking the energy that he's been fighting against in arbitration and since his loss to Fury, you all trying to be a part of that. Man, they ain't gonna entertain your bullshit. Salute.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the game.